with my twin brother in Hammond, Indiana, in our 640 square foot home, a castle. The one request that I dreaded always came from my mother. Take out the garbage. Any of you had that experience, take out the garbage? I hated to take out the garbage. Really, it was no big deal. It was one lousy little can out to the alley, you know, maybe about 50 feet away, dump it out, come back. No big deal, but oh my. And my answer generally was, later. And later means?
Never.
Yeah, but that didn't work in my family because there was always dad around the corner. So yeah, so anyway, I did take out the garbage. But let's say reluctantly. A good son, yeah, average of the road, middle of the road. In the story today, in the gospel story today, neither son was really perfect. I mean, the one son publicly dishonored his father, which you don't do in a Jewish family. You never tell your father no. But he thought better and then did it. And the other son was much sleazier. He said yes, and then didn't do it. Jesus gives us this very human story of two very human sons asked to do something by their father. God is our Father, and God asks us many things. And my guess is something each day God asks us to do. And you know what it is. I don't know what it is, because I'm not you. But you know what it is that God is asking you to do. And the question is, well, how do we respond? And of course, later means never. Now, we could say in this story, well, maybe the sons had a reason. Maybe their father was a real schnook. Maybe he didn't deserve the kind of respect that he was asking from his sons. Or maybe he was so powerful that they feared him, and that's why the second son said yes and then didn't do it. The context of the story plays a real important part, as does the context of Jesus' story, him being the son and his father. Who is God? That's the real question in this story. Who is God not only for Jesus, but even more importantly, who is God for us? Is God that all-knowing, all-seeing being, all-powerful, who is asking something of us? My 8th grade image of God. Or is God an absolutely caring, compassionate, merciful God who created me at the very beginning, who knew that I wasn't perfect, but who has never stopped loving me, never stopped caring for me, never stopped protecting me, never stopped being at my side, always there with me, who knows me through and through, who only wants the best for me, never anything less. And if that God asks me to do something, I hope and pray every day that my answer is yes. You see, if Jesus, when God asked him, would you go and be a sign of goodness and love to my people, they won't like you. They won't love you in return. They will crucify you. But would you do this for them? If you would have said, later. If he would have said, no. But he didn't. He said yes. And the second reading from the letter to the Philippians tells us that because Jesus obeyed God in complete obedience, even to accepting death on a cross, therefore God highly exalted him and raised him up and gave him a name above every other name, so that all would know that Jesus was God's wonderful Son for us. No less for us when we say yes to God. God will take us and raise us up and glorify us. Every task won't be easy. Every task won't be pleasant. Some will be downright difficult. But what it can mean for our world, what it can mean for our church, what it can mean for our families. You and I, the wonderful opportunity to say yes. May God give us the strength and power, always, every day of our life, to remember that God is with us and caring for us and has given us every ability to do what God asks. And know that from this, only goodness and kindness will flow. May God give us the ability to say yes.